Okay. Oops. Okay. I'm very bad at this, but okay. So, welcome to CSG announcements. We created a survey to kind of take a quick survey on what we want to like, what kind of topics of presentations you guys want to see next year or next semester. So please take that survey. We'll send the link on Discord as well. And Cyber Fast Track is still going on, so if you're interested, you can still join. And DHA is next week if you guys wish to go. Okay. So what is social engineering? Do you guys remember taking that when you were signing in? It was a little different from normal sign-ins. If you're new to it, you probably haven't noticed the difference. But Jace, do you have the result? Okay. Actually, I don't think. How are you sending it to me? Okay. Let's see. You're right. I mean, I don't use Discord anything like for anything like important, so it's fine. Okay. I do want to share this, but how do I share this? I don't think I have anything important. I'll just do it. Okay. But yeah, did you guys notice that it was to get some information from you guys? That kind of tricked you? Who actually answered like to the questions? Like, did you make like funny questions, or did you actually answer like correct questions? Okay. Wait. Wait, what? Hold up. I'm so confused. Okay. So these are some of the answers that we got. Oh, can you guys not see? Okay. Wait, whose birthday is actually June 1st? Is anyone actually their birthday in June 1st? Okay, I guess not. January 14th? They seem a little legit. Well, there are two Allens, so. Wait, what was the fifth question? Oh, the favorite subject in school. Okay. Date of birth. Wait, who put my name for the birth? Okay, yeah, apparently. Okay. This person's answer seems very legit. I hope you don't get social engineered. Okay, so that's like a type of social engineering. So you can't like trick people to answer some questions because it was a survey for CSG. You might actually give some information. So social engineering is manipulating people to give their confidential information or anything like their username, password, or their birth date, social security number, and something like your pet's name, your favorite subject, or the city that you lived in. Those can be all used for any security questions that you might encounter. And also one of the social engineering is to gain access to something that you don't have access to. So yeah. And some of the social engineering techniques is phishing, pretexting, baiting, and tailgating. So phishing, we're all familiar with it. Some emails, phone phone calls, or messages, text messages. So usually the technique that scammers or like anyone who uses this technique uses is using urgency, like, or use a threat that if you don't click this link to verify something, that you will have some disadvantages. Um, Whereas baiting is usually offering them something good. So like if you were to give them, let's say, your username for some other website, they say, oh, we might give you this benefit. That's the main difference between phishing and baiting, but they also both use some kind of trick, or they try to trick people to give up some valuable information, such as username, passwords, or your pet's name. And pretexting is actually the main difference between fish from phishing is that they mostly use the trust instead of fear of people. So pretexting usually uses like urgency. They can use like urgency as like, such as like, hey, your friend is really in need of this money, and if you don't send this money within a day or so, your friend might not be able to get out of this situation. They might use that kind of urgency so you don't have time to think, or you could use that to scam someone, but please don't do that. And they might create like a legit CV background information, like by using some popular companies, some popular like institutions, or like any like school names, or like their logos that may make you think that it's legit. Or they might ask for donation. So something like, hey, if you want to help this kind of charity, click this link to send money. So it's very direct, or direct in the sense that they actually direct you to send the money instead of like giving some information. But this is also one of the forms that you can really use, or like people use for money. Or you can also gain their some credit card information by using this kind of attack technique, or to make people click their link. One of the techniques that you can use is to say you verify their information. Like we get a lot of or verification information to your email. If you guys like think about it, like any websites that you make an account with your email, they will send you an email saying, please click this link to verify your email. And that's one of the ways that a lot of people use to trick you to click a link. That's one of the ways, or one of the ways of like phishing attacks as well. And the last one is just notifying that you won something. These usually don't work for a lot of like younger generations anymore, but for older generations who don't really know much, it might work very well. So this is one of the important questions when you're social engineering. Um, so who to use social engineer? Like you don't want to just like social engineer to someone who has no association with a company that you're trying to break into. So one of the ways to find who to social engineer is going on to social media, or like going to websites, getting their names, getting their petitions, getting their like age, or like something like any information that you could get from like websites, and go to their social media. Maybe Facebook, their profiles, they have a lot of information, especially their birthday or the streets that they lived in. So you could use those information for social security answers as well. Um, so like I mentioned, younger generation, like people in our age, tend to be more aware of these phishing attempts, but older people who most likely will be in higher up, like they will probably be the manager, they might have access to more important information, but they tend to be old and they might not be familiar with all these phishing attempts. So you might want to target those old people who are not familiar with technology. Okay, do you guys notice something wrong with this picture anywhere? This is an example of using social media or some websites, any information that you can find. Huh? It was like published sites as well, but okay. Besides his shirt, I don't even know. Hmm? Well, that looks like a Korea map, so I don't know what it is. Yeah, bingo. So the sticky note actually has a password and username to something. They did publicize like an article saying that it wasn't anything important and they just changed all the passwords. But this is an example of using maybe social media. People might take a selfie of them or any picture to post, like make a publication, and it might have a password like that. And it's really common to do that in many workplaces. So you can literally just go on their social media and do that. Okay. And the last thing that I want to mention about social engineering is tailgating. It's like really physically getting into the building that you don't have access to. So tailgating is like one of the ways to tailgate into is to act like you're a delivery person and wait at the front of the building, or like, and whenever like someone who has access to the building comes in, you can ask, hey, like I here to deliver something. Can you hold the door for me? And easy, you can get into the building. Okay, so oh, that's also true. Yep. Thanks, Nick. Okay, so please don't get hacked. Or if you do, be smart. But don't respond to emails, messages that are asking for personal information. We all know that, but some old people don't know. So if you are attacking, attack those who don't know. And do not leave your laptop unattended. Not even like even if you lock it, please do not leave it unattended. Jason actually Nick actually talked about something that you can do to hack into a Windows laptop. I think it was talk that he gave last semester, but yeah, apparently you can get into Windows without like even guessing your password. I think it was like some bug that they already fixed, but that's also a possibility, and you can't guarantee that it will never happen again. So don't leave your laptop unattended. Period. And think twice, multiple times before you click anything because they will use urgency as a mean of attack. Okay, that's it. Oh, oh, I actually forgot to mention. Okay, I actually forgot to mention this website when I was going through one of the ways of like gathering information before. I think Andrew, you might have shown it like before. Yeah, but I'm just mentioning. He like actually showed it during one of his talks. But this is also you can use like this, and you can like click on this to Google search. So this basically shows some information that are not like shown on your like just like websites. It also like looks for things that you can't normally get from just Google search. But well, if you know how to read Chinese, I guess you can look at that as well. But yeah, so this is also one tool that you can use to gather some information that might contain like admin or like password or anything like that. Okay. Yep, that's it.